right, so welcome back to the channel, guys. It is me, AED744, and today, guys, we're going to be doing our February recap of the month of February. So, of course, we got Tenant Daddy here in the house. Today, we're going to be doing our recap, as you guys know, and we're not going to do any more rankings. I think rankings is a bit difficult to do, and obviously, everyone's going to have their own opinions and everything. So, I think it's better we don't do rankings. We save time. Do you agree with that, Ten? So,
Yeah.
all right. So, there's a lot to discuss about. And yeah, well, let's start with the best league in the world, which is, of course, the French league.
What?
Yeah, 10. The French league is the best league in the world, right?
At least it has a title race as well, compared to at least two other leagues now.
So let me go ahead and pull up my league on screen. So when we look at the leagues, guys, we're going to talk about the title race. We're going to talk about the European spots and the relegation. Okay, so shout out to FootMob, by the way. FootMob is the platform I'm using to stream this. I'm not, by the way, I'm not sponsored by them or by any means. So, you know,
Should do the second tier, just to see who might get promoted, maybe, or not.
maybe we'll do the second tier at the end of the stream if we have time. Let's do that. Let's focus on the top league first. So let me get my timestamp for you guys. So let's actually start with the relegation battle. So
So, yeah,
wow, relegation. Wow, Nice is actually close to relegation. Wow, that's wild.
League One. Yeah, it does look a bit terrible for them. Probably no surprise as well.
So, I mean, which team you think is doomed, or it's too early to say?
Mets. I think I would probably say they're down more or less, or at least like not going to finish in the above 16th. The best they can hope for is the playoff in 16th place, I think. But I think in terms of who might be dragged in that relegation, probably Nice, probably Le Havre. I would probably say those two. I think Paris FC, with the money they have, I think will eventually survive by the end of the season. But it does feel like the bottom six, at least three of them. So I think from Angers, they should be pretty happy. I think they'll survive. There's only 10 games left as well to the season. So I think it will be very crucial for the teams at the bottom six, I would say. But I would say Paris FC survives, and I think it's between the other five, more or less.
All right, that's fair enough. I guess I'll agree with it. I mean, yeah, like I said, it's very interesting to see what happens. But yeah, I think. But remember, guys, there is a relegation playoffs. Keep that in mind for whichever team finishes 16th. So they're not going to go instantly down, but they're going to have to play a playoff. So yeah, I think Mets is pretty much doomed, but I think the rest onwards. I think basically, I think Toulouse upwards is safe.
I would say Angers are safe. I think they have enough.
Okay. Yeah, Andre. Okay, yeah, that's probably fair. That's probably fair.
Yeah, they'll be happy.
Yeah, let's read some comments. By the way, Sub says, "Yo, like you guys were joined." By the way, I gave 10 memberships for free, guys. So if you happen to be one of those 10, congratulations to you, as you get an exclusive video that I just made on Friday, only for members. So check that out. Anyways, getting back to the European spots. So now let's look ahead to the European spots. So which teams are competing for Europe? Would you say?
Means probably I think it's top seven or top six that gets Europe, but obviously it all depends on the Coupe de France, who could win it and all. So that might change up like who might get into Europe or not.
Yeah, let me actually pull up the Coupe de France actually, because I know PSG are not in it. I know they got eliminated. So okay, here are the quarterfinals. Wow.
So it's apart from Stade Rennes, it's all League on sides. So when you think about it, Strasbourg are not top seven, Lorient on top seven, Nice on top seven, Reims is not top seven. Okay, you have Marseille, Toulouse are not top seven, and then you have Lyon and Lens. So I would probably say if you're like Lorient or Nice, or even like if they were to win Toulouse, well, to win, they win, not lose. But Toulouse wins against Marseille, then I think it's pretty open. The Coupe de France this year, and obviously you have that sort of big clash of Lyon Lons, you could say, with both of them probably competing for the Champions League places. More so Lyon. I think Lons are in it, but I think it's pretty open. So even finishing seventh might not be enough uh, for certain teams. I would say because I know it's only the top three in France that gets Champions League football, and that means fourth, fifth, and sixth gets all that potential Europa or Conference League sort of stuff. If I'm not, no, actually, I think the top three.
Yeah,
If I'm
top
not,
three gets Champions League.
and then fourth gets what?
What does it say here? Champions. Oh, fourth goes to playoffs.
Oh,
Champions.
okay. So yeah, then okay. Then that means it's only the top six when you think about it. So if you're like you have Strasbourg, Lorient, Toulouse, Nice, um, that are not in the top six right now. If they win the Coupe de France, it doesn't matter where they finish, and they get into the Europa League. And the same thing with Strasbourg. They are in the Conference League. They could win it. So I think Strasbourg have an okay chance for European places, just based on the Coupe de France or the Conference League if they were to win it. Because I think they can beat Reims. Um,
Wait, let me check
and
something.
these games are tomorrow. Well, 2 days from now, whatever. But
Let me check. Actually, have they done the bracket done for the semis or just the quarters they've done? Let's see. Let me check that real quick. Oh no, semis haven't decided yet. Okay, so 10. I have a feeling we could see maybe like Nice might prioritize us more, but realize that hey, we're kind of screwed on the thing, and we go for Europe. So
the only thing is, it's not going to be nice to see Nice back in Europe in the Europa League again. They don't do anything in it.
yeah, I know,
Um,
Tim, but I'm just saying is that I could see like for some reason I feel like the teams that are more in the top, like the top division, like towards the top. I feel like we may not prioritize this because they know that this is kind
mm,
of extra games. Whereas the teams that towards the bottom kind of maybe like, you know what, we have no chance of getting through the league, so we have to go in for this. So I'm thinking that maybe they
mm,
might prioritize.
maybe, but I think Nice just don't have the quality. That's the thing. I really don't.
Yeah,
To go all the way
yeah.
as
Well, yeah.
well.
So if you had to put, like, let's say you had to bet because now that PSG's out, it makes this very interesting. Now it's hard to call.
Yeah. I probably would say right now, I think there are three favorites. One maybe favorite as well. And then the rest is like they have to really up their game. I think Strasbourg, Marseille, and Lyon are the three favorites. And then I think Lens maybe a favorite sort of. And then you have Lorient, Nice, Toulouse as like they could, but things have to go their way. And then Stade them. The funny thing is, they were the finalist. Stade them last season. And then Ligue. So, but I think they're probably the outsiders, I would say. But if I have to pick right now, famous last words, I'm probably going to say Strasbourg on my
Mm.
current pick. I think I don't think they'll get top six, but they'll secure Europe or Europe League either by winning this competition or the Conference League. I
And
would
for
say
me, I think it'll be easier to win the conference league.
maybe, but now that they're a little bit more further in this round than the Conference League at the moment, I think they have a good shout. And Strasbourg's done well um, consistently over the past couple of years now, and
Yeah, they
I
eliminate
think
Molly.
yeah. So I think they have a good shout
Yeah.
to win it.
Yeah, so so I mean, looking at the Champions League, looking at the spots, do you think Lyon and Marseille will finish third and fourth respectively?
Uh, I mean, they literally just played, and obviously Marseille won. I would probably say that win for Marseille against Lyon just like 15 minutes ago helped their case because Lille and maybe Rennes are chasing them. I think the top two get some form of Champions League. Uh, and I would say right now, if I had to bet, still would say Lyon to get the top three. But I think Marseille, Lille, and Rennes are probably the ones chasing them. I think Monaco. I mean, they play PSG next, so which I mean the two Champions League games. I think Monaco have to beat PSG. I would say in the next game for them. So I think it'll be tough for Monaco and below to get any form of Champions League football. So I'll say it'll up to six, the top six
Yeah, man.
Champions League.
I feel like Leon will finish. I feel like maybe Marseille might finish third just because Leon's going to be in the Europa League and they might be prioritized Europa League, whereas Marseille don't have any competitions right now. So maybe Marseille. You know what? I think I'll edge Marseille to finish third. I think I'll give Leon fourth, and then I'll say Lille fifth, and then sixth. Maybe Monaco. Maybe Monaco might actually pull this off because they're
Yeah.
now. So they win, maybe miss out, and I think I agree with you. And I think Strasbourg will probably win the cup. I don't think they'll win the.
One of the cups, I think,
Yeah.
which could
So
happen. So
yeah,
maybe next season we could have, a few French teams more than what six that we had this year.
yeah.
So who knows?
All right, and then for the title race, man. Oh, you know what's really actually interesting when you look at this, guys. The teams that are most in form is actually Monaco and Brest. They haven't lost any games this month.
Yeah, it's
So
really
that's
good for Brest.
yeah. All right, so now let's go look at the title race. I mean, PSG lost to Reims, and I was thinking to myself, we could maybe, and then of course, Alons they lost at home to Monaco.
And then they drew. But I mean, the upcoming fixtures, Lens should probably beat Metz and PSG. I mean, they were given a tough game in over two legs against PSG, so you never know. But let's say when you think about Lens, do have a let's exclude the Coupe de France in terms of just the league.
Oh yeah,
Um,
those were favorable game.
the next three are winnable. As long as they win those three, they're still in a chance. Lille away will be difficult, but then obviously that
April
game
months.
in April, I think those two games, I think they could actually win all four in a row before the PSG game, and
I think
maybe that I think that PSG game is the decider.
I think they have to beat PSG.
Yeah, I think they have to be perfect before they play PSG.
Yeah, and
That's
then
why
looking at
'cause
PSG schedule.
before they play, it's I'm excluding all the Champions League. So Monaco, I mean Monaco gave them a tough game over the two
Yeah,
games, so you never know.
yeah.
Not. Of course they postponed Nons so
Now
that
that is shameless. That is shameless. I'm
it's
sorry.
the same. Oh God,
That is
but then
shameless.
they don't. But then they don't do that for Strasbourg, for Lyon, for Lille.
I mean, do you think it's a shameless?
Yeah. What? Because it worked last season, now it's going to work this time around.
For me, like that shouldn't happen. Like if you're gonna do it, then every team of the French team should get that benefit. Why only
Yeah.
PSG?
Yeah. So,
Okay, whatever.
oh well.
Well,
So
anyway,
actually,
it'll be nonsense, of course.
yeah. I mean, that technically means depends on when they schedule it. It's what they play Monaco and then Nice because the other games are Champions League and then
Yeah,
Toulouse. So it's only three games, whereas Lens could still catch up, um, and maybe beat PSG. So, but at the moment, I feel like with PSG out of the Coupe de France, um, maybe they'll aim for Champions League in terms of making it further into the rounds. I probably will say, hopefully, I obviously want Lons to win it, but I think that game in April will decide who wins the league. I think if Lons wins it, I think they have a good chance. Not a good chance, but like they help themselves out because after that, I think are quite winnable games. You could say. See, you have Brest, they have Nice, Nantes, and then obviously Lyon's the difficult game, so you never know by that time.
But Leon may not have anything to play for, so
Or maybe they, if actually if Lyon are in the Europa League final, this Lens game, the final game of the season, is maybe about, let's say, 4 or 5 days before the Europa League final. So you never know,
yeah,
and it depends on what Lyon's position is, if they're third or fourth. But it doesn't matter because if they win the Europa League, they're already in the Champions League phase anyway.
yeah.
So
So
I
guys, I'm
think
gonna
Lens have to
beat PSG.
and be perfect before playing PSG. That's why I
Yeah,
would say.
yeah. Actually, I wanted to show you guys the season. Do you guys remember the season that Leo won the league? I think it was this season. It was look by 1 point, 83 points, 82 points.
Yeah,
I think Leo beat PSG that season. I think, if I'm not mistaken, I think they did. I don't remember they did the double, but I know they beat them. So, and yeah, Leo of course did that time. So, I mean, if Lons is to win this league, it's going to be like very close. It's going to be like 1 or 2 points. It's not going to be a landslide, obviously. So,
yeah,
yeah, unfortunately, I still have PSG win this league. I mean, look at this; they have a 4 point lead. So at this moment, so when we come to April, I would expect PSG to still remain top. But obviously, me and Ten, let's be real, pretty much everyone, barring PSG fans, are rooting for Lens to win this title.
yeah. I hope Lens wins it, but I think ultimately,
Okay,
uh, PSG.
okay, I got a question before we move to the next league. If let's say Lens do win this league, I know it's a very head. Would you say this is more impressive than the Lille team and that season, or no?
I would say so, yeah, because I think Lille historically are much bigger than Lens. I mean, Lens are what, like a town? Not really a town, but it's not as big as Lille or Lyon or Marseille. Those are like historically bigger clubs in France. And it would be their first title as well, Lens, because I think obviously the most historic teams are, as you can see there, PSG, Saint Etienne, Marseille, Monaco, Nantes, Lyon, Bordeaux, Reims.
Wow, just checking.
Oh,
They only
yeah,
won one
And Lille have won it. You know,
times.
when they won it in 21, it was only 10 years after they won it in 11. So it's not that, I wouldn't say it's that surprising. If I would say Lens is more impressive than Lille 4 years, 5 years ago. I would say so. Lens, I think have I would say Lens. Oh shit! I didn't even know that they won. They won
Wow.
it the year I was born, 98. So, uh, I didn't even know this.
I thought-
I
this is
did,
really
but I think it will still be a bigger achievement.
okay. But yeah, like I said, I think we both know 10 that it's not happening. It's not happening.
We'll see. We'll see.
Yeah. Lons would win. They messed up against Monaco Strasbourg. I mean, they could still win. It's not impossible, but let's just say the odds
Yeah.
aren't in their favor. Anyways, I
Yeah.
also want to show you guys some stats real quick. As you can see, the top goal scorer in
And the
League One
challenge.
is actually not a PSG player.
Yeah, well, joint top goal scorer. I'm not going to say the other name, but Penicelli, uh, formerly on loan from Mirandes from the Segunda.
Wow.
Um, so I've seen him play football.
Yeah. By the way, we're gonna look at the top stats. We're not gonna go through every stat. We're gonna be here all day. But assist wise, Vitinha is the most assist. He's actually tied with Ojuri. And obviously, goals and assists is 10 to Giants' favorite player with 18 ATGA. And then football rating, we're not gonna even look at that. I don't care. And minutes played, wow, 2,160 minutes played. Charlie Cresswell.
I think it's just what there's a lot of teams. You have Jordan LaFord and Reves, but yeah,
Yeah. So I mean, that's interesting there to see. And then let's see the team stats real quick. Um, Goals per match, PSG, obviously, goals conceded, average possession, clean sheets. Marseille, wow, actually, Marseille is actually most attendance.
well, because they are the biggest stadium, so
Yeah,
there's no surprise.
yeah. Anyways, I think that's enough for a league on. Those were very interesting stats to see. So let's move on over to the next league we have here, and it's a great league, guys. And what I don't even call it Bundesliga, I call it Bayern's Liga.
I think what is it like 10 points now? 13 points or something.
Yeah. So 10 men. Actually, before we even talk about before we talk about Bayern's Liga, actually let's actually talk about this team, man, Dortmund. Are they the biggest jokers in the world?
No, because at least they have a Champions League, unlike Arsenal
And
you
another
know,
team in London.
and Spurs. But yeah, it's just not been a good past few days for them. Knocked out of the Champions League, lost the Classic yesterday. So it's not been a good week for them, I would say. And I think, yeah, I mean, they'll comfortably be in the top four, but that's practically it. I think I'm also not mistaken they're out of the cup as well because now we're in the semifinal. I think they're out of it as well.
Wait,
So
let me pull up the DB Pokal.
yeah, because they have the semis now. So yeah,
Yeah, it's
they've been out before the quarters as well. So there's Stuttgart, Freiburg, Leverkusen, Bayern.
sorry. Let me just pull up the Wikipedia page. It's kind of hard to read there, so let's just do the semifinals. Yeah, I mean it's gonna be Bayern, right?
I mean, Bayern's not actually the most. Bayern are the third longest drought, right? Obviously, Stuttgart won it last season. Leverkusen won it the season before. Bayern haven't won it since the Sex Tupo.
Wow.
Um,
So you're saying
in
Freiburg will win
2010. And Freiburg, who I personally want to see win it, haven't won it ever. So we're either going to get a team that's won it at least within the last 6 years or Freiburg. Obviously, preference, I want Freiburg to win it. Do they have a chance? Maybe, because well, actually, all of them are in the champ. Well, all of them, the four teams here, they're all in Europe still. So obviously, by that time, it might be different, considering who might progress and all that. Um, so I guess we'll see how things go. I think I'll go with I'll go with I don't know. I feel okay. I don't know.
I'll have to say
I'll
Bayern, unfortunately.
go. I'll go. You know what? Just because I want them to win it, I'll say Freiburg. I'll go for that.
It's
Mm.
gonna be Bayern, most likely. Bayern has the best chance of the four. But yeah, as I said, the semifinals are pretty far ahead, so we have until like 21st and 22nd. So we won't even discuss about this until the May recap. Actually, no, the
Yeah,
April, the end of April. So, but yeah, I mean, um, but yeah, getting back to the relegation here. Wow,
I think
Wolfsburg
Heidenheim are
doomed.
yeah, unless they
Um,
win like the next 10 games.
which is
There's only 10 games left.
yeah, I mean Wolfsburg, bro. I didn't think they're going to be this bad.
Yeah, they're like Hoffenheim of last season. Now, obviously, we'll talk about Hoffenheim a bit, but I think Heidenheim, I think their time has come after 3 years in the Bundesliga, and then I'd still say the team's in danger because I think 17th Wolfsburg, yeah, they haven't done well this month, but they're not like cut adrift, I would say. Um, so I think Probably between, I would say, Union down,
or in the really
or if certain results don't go their way, bad form, maybe you can see them drop down to those positions. I would probably, I'd still say, even though they won three of the last four, I still think St. Pauli will get the unfortunate 17th place.
oh, so you have Wolves were barely surviving.
Yeah, I think I'll have them in 16th. So I think it'll be Heidenheim and St. Pauli that will go down, and then Wolfsburg in the playoff. That's what I think will happen, but we'll see.
All right, fair enough. I think I'll agree with you on that. Let's move to the European spots, man. European spots. Wow. Um, I mean, you got Dortmund. Dortmund will finish second, I think. Hmm. Third is kind of tricky. I think third is sixth is where it gets tricky. Um, I will still say Stuttgart. I think finished third.
Mm, maybe.
Actually, I think Leipzig will finish third. I think Leipzig will finish third. Um,
Yeah, I think it also depends if Germany gets the extra Champions League spot. It's not guaranteed, so only time will tell. Which obviously helps the other Bundesliga teams, but I feel like at the moment uh, it'll be difficult. I would say for teams from third to sixth. I would say I think Frankfurt, Frankfurt, Freiburg, and Augsburg. I think those three, or I wouldn't say not in it, but I think they need
Help.
the Bundesliga teams to do well in Europe to kind of help push down the standings, the distribution, and maybe get um, if Freiburg win the cup, the DFB Pokal, then it doesn't matter where they finish in the league. So I think it'll be interesting. I think maybe that's why, if Freiburg does beat Stuttgart in the DFB, you know, I think that might be a good thing for them. So we'll see how things go.
Yeah, I think I'll say Leipzig finished third just because they have no European football. Um,
Well, Hoffenheim have no European football.
True, but I think Leipzig's better than Hoffenheim though. So
Mm,
yeah, I think Leipzig. I think Leipzig and Hoffenheim will finish in the top four. Then maybe Stuttgart get fifth. That's I guess sixth Leverkusen. Leverkusen will be this slow. Dang.
I mean, it's always expected with Leverkusen.
Yeah. And then I guess seventh, I'll go with Freiburg. I think Frankfurt might miss out all in Europe, honestly.
Yeah,
And then
even though
obviously,
they should beat Freiburg.
yeah, and then obviously title race. We don't even need to discuss. It's done. It's wrapped.
Yeah, it's done. So
Yeah, and Bayern Kimmich scored the last minute winner, in the Derby and their Clasico. And I know Bayern were kind of in a bad patchy form. If you guys remember, they actually lost a game and then they won. They tied a game here, but then since then they pretty much haven't looked back since then. So 11 points gap. You know what's kind of crazy for Dortmund? When you look at the two losses they've had, it's just been to Bayern.
yeah,
But man, look at
and
this draw.
they're out of the cup of both competitions, Champions League, DFB. So it's a bit of like yeah, I know they're bottlers, Dortmund, but they're not going to be like big bottlers, as in like miss out on Champions League football altogether. I think they'll get Champions League, even if they finish third or fourth.
Yeah, they'll most likely finish second place.
Yeah, so it's a bit anticlimactic. When start of March and Dortmund's season's already decided. Oh, they'll get Champions League football, but no trophy really.
Yeah, it's the same old story with Dortmund. So, but yeah, I mean, like I said, let's look at the stats real quick, and then we'll go through the comments. Kane 30, bro. Kane 30 goals. Wow, that's crazy.
Yeah, I know Lise 16. Pretty sure like half of those or more of those are to Kane.
Kane, oh my geez, a Nubel minutes played. Who actually has the most clean sheets? Oh, I should have checked this in the French league. Who has the most clean sheets? Does it say here? I want to check out who has the most clean sheets. Clean sheets. Oh, Cobalt has the most clean sheets, 11. Actually, let me go back to League On real quick. I want to see who has the most clean sheets there. Why that should be up there in the top though. I don't know why it wasn't there. I want to look at that real quick. Clean sheets wise. I mean, it should be who do you think? Wow, Chevalier are with 9. But it's actually a tie though. Wait, we have a 3-way tie. Riser and Grief. Wow,
maybe more.
wow. It's only 3. So, yeah, 9-9. So, yeah, I mean, for Dortmund, this is what I said, man. The thing is like this is why I always ask. This is why a good thing is that Dortmund is that they're such a butler's team, man.
Yeah,
Like when Dortmund have pressure, they just cannot succeed. When there's no pressure, Dortmund's great. Dortmund's really good when no pressure. But when there's pressure, these guys fumble.
yeah. And it's the last time they won a Bundesliga was 2012. So now it's going to be at least 15 years now, 2027. They were
And we have to respect. We have to respect what Klopp did with that Dortmund team.
back in those days, yeah.
Yeah. Although to be fair, that Dortmund team is considerably much better than this Dortmund team now. So maybe we should give.
Mm.
But still, like it was a really good Dortmund team. Let's read some comments. Is Joe over for Heidenheim? Only 2 losses to Bayern, but 7 draws ain't helping. Yeah, the thing is, like, let's say they hadn't drawn those so many amount of games, we could have maybe, like, I mean, like it would be make a lot closer, but still, Bayern are still Bayern at the end of the day,
Like, how many goals? 88 goals.
bro. 88.
And there's
They're gonna
still 10 games to go.
they're gonna break 100. They're gonna score at least. They're gonna score
Oh,
12.
yeah. I'll predict they'll score 110. I think they'll reach 110.
Okay, I
That'll
want to. I want
be
to check something. I want to check something. The 19 and 20 season. How many goals they scored in that season? 100. Wow.
they're only 12 goals away from that.
And then 2012, 2013, because that's the season I think they won the treble, right? 98 goals.
Yeah.
Only 1 loss. So, yeah. Crazy, man. Crazy. But yeah, I mean, let's move on to the next league, man. Let's move on over to this league, man. Serie A.
Of Italy.
Yeah, I mean, I think this league seems done as well.
Maybe.
Okay, so let's talk about let's talk about the relegation battle first. Relegation, man.
I think Hellas Verona and Pisa are down.
Yeah, they're done. They're done. Now it's interesting. Now the third team, though, that's where it gets interesting.
Yeah. I think it's between, I would say it's between the teams from 14th. I know they're on the same points as Cagliari, but I think Torino down. I think Cagliari will be safe because the goal difference helps them as well. It's not as bad as Torino. I think, well, to be fair, I think Torino probably somehow eventually survives. Um, but I think with the teams right now, I think it's between Lecce and Cream Pie, Nese. And the funny thing is, look who they play. They
Nah,
play each other. They like to play with each other. So I think it'll be. I think that game next weekend is going to be a bigger game than the Derby de Mondanina,
that's crazy to say.
bigger than the Milan Derby.
Yeah, I'm still saying this is tough. I mean, I think
I
I'll go.
actually said, I said at the start of the season, Hellas Verona, Pisa, Cream Pie, Nese.
Yeah,
Those
I
were
think.
my two at the start of the year or season.
Yeah, Fiorentina, man, they better survive.
I think they will.
All right, and now we look at the European spots. I mean, let's discuss top 4 race because obviously the so Inter's obviously locked in. Milan is locked in. I think they will finish top 2. Ooh, now this top 4 race is really interesting. For me, I think this top 4 race might be the best and of all the top 5 leagues. This is hard to call.
Mm,
Do you think
yeah.
Juventus is doomed?
No, because they have Pisa next. I mean, if they don't beat Pisa, then they're doomed. Not
Okay.
not doomed, but like I think they need to get results now. Now that they're out of the Champions League as well, and
Yeah.
obviously too with Roma. But the next few games are winnable. You know,
Okay, that should be a win.
Pisa,
That should be a win.
Udinese, Sassuolo,
Genoa.
Genoa. So that's
Okay,
what
maybe.
four.
Ooh, April's gonna be tough though. That April month
Yeah.
is yeah.
So I think they have to start picking up because I think even if they win those final four games, it might not be enough.
Yeah, I think this April month will really test Juventus. That April month's gonna be tough because dude, those are difficult games.
Yeah. So I think, and obviously two of them are away as well,
Yeah,
Atalanta and AC Milan. But to be fair, AC Milan by that point might not even be
care.
anywhere of a title charge. So
Yeah, and for Juventus, man, it was critical today. They got that draw because this could have been Roma could have easy. This could have made a huge win for Roma, but Juventus made the comeback. Boga and Gatti scored the 2 goals to salvage a draw. And Roma, man, this is what they do, man. I remember a few years ago. I think there was like Roma was playing with Jose Mourinho, and I think Roma were like 4-1 up, and then they still managed to collapse and make it 4-all. I think. Wait, let me check the head-to-head. When I remember this was like a few years ago. I think. Oh no! Oh yes, it was this one. This one, the one actually I was talking about. This one right here, bro. That's crazy.
yeah,
But yeah, I mean, getting back to what I was saying, man, Juventus, man, they cannot miss out on Champions League. They cannot. It would be disgraceful.
yeah, I think they will.
Ooh, you think they will miss out on Champions League?
Yeah, I think actually those top five teams right now are better than them right now.
Wow, bro. How many? Wait, how many? They're 4 points off of Roma. Hey, let me look at Roma games. Okay, so are we saying Napoli's locked in to get top four?
Since getting knocked out of the Champions League, they still haven't really done much in terms of picking up results. They're not going to win the title. I think they're just getting by. I would say. I think they do have also quote unquote easier fixtures in the month of March and even April, you could say. So I think when you think about by averages, and they're not in the Coppa Italia as well anymore,
Yeah,
I
Napoli should
think
get top four.
I think their fixtures are decent.
Yeah, they should get top four. Um,
I think it's between. I mean, I'll add Juventus and Atalanta in it, but maybe Como. I said at the start of the season, and Roma does have some difficult fixtures. If you exclude the Bologna games, but they have to play against
Genoa.
Genoa away. I think that Como game is going to be the a real big
Yeah, this is gonna be a massive
game.
one.
I think Lecce, Pisa, they'll probably win, but I know Inter will be tough, but maybe by then it doesn't really matter as well. Like Inter in terms of the league title, but also Roma could be in the Europa League final. You know,
Yeah, yeah.
so I think things will depend on that because the funny thing is if they were to make the final of the Europa League, the game before the final is against Lazio.
Wow. All right. So I mean, this because I think Napoli's locked in for third. I think this is gonna be four interesting. These four teams. So also forget these. They're not competing. So it's basically between Roma, Como, Juventus, and Atalanta.
Yeah,
Let's go look at all the fixtures for these teams. We already looked at Juventus. Let's look at Atalanta now. Atalanta, they got Lazio away. Well, that's
oh,
good. That's
that's
good
tough.
actually. Sorry,
Mm.
Udinese. That should be a win. Inter away, they're probably going to lose that one. Hellas
Oh,
Verona, I think they win that one.
yeah,
Lecce, they win that one, I think. And then, April is going to be hard. These 3 games.
yeah. The good thing is that they don't play Como anymore, but like doesn't really. I
And
wouldn't say it matters that much, but it's going
and
to be
that
tough.
May games, Milan, Bologna could be hard too. Could be.
Yeah, I think it depends on how the league is like by
Oh
then.
yeah.
And then, but I think Como, I said at the start of the season, they could get Champions League football. I said they could get Champions League football by finishing fifth, but that's with getting the extra spot. The Coppa Italia, yeah. But
Ooh,
you have Cagliari. You think they win? Obviously, that Roma game's probably going to be the most, the big one. But then they have
easily.
Pisa, Udinese, yeah, Inter. But as I said again, Inter by that time the league's finished, like as in winning it, I would say. And then obviously Genoa, Napoli maybe, but then you have Hellas Verona, you have Parma, you have Cream Pie, Nese in the
Man,
final
Como
day.
might actually do this. It's a great set of fixtures.
So that's I said at the start of the season they could get they or Champions League contenders.
Ooh, I
Even
guess.
though I said Italy gets the extra spot, which theoretically they could still, but if Como finishes fifth, because that's why I predicted them. Como start of the season, I said fifth.
Wow. Okay, so you know what? I think, yeah, for me, Inter Milan, Napoli, and you know what? I might edge with Como, honestly. I think Como actually get fourth. I think Roma will prioritize Europa League, which is why I think they'll not get fourth. And I think Juventus will finish fifth, and I got Roma to finish sixth. So Juventus is going to be in a standby position where, depending on if Italy gets an extra spot, they may or may not get Champions League. That's how I
Mm,
feel. I think Atalanta, I think they'll finish seventh. I think Atalanta, I don't
I
see.
think. Well, I mean, they're the only Italian team in the Champions League, but I think also the Coppa Italia will be, something critical for teams like I think the big one is Lazio. I think Lazio have you know, the hope, because we're already it's a two-legged semifinal, you know.
Yeah. So you're expecting I mean Inter should make that final, right?
I think over two legs, and
Yeah.
considering they have a good lead at the top, the Alf Champions League, so I think they'll probably edge past Como. It won't be easy, but I think they make the final, and then Lazio, Atalanta. Um, Obviously, we'll find out on Wednesday, I think. So, but you never know. Lazio, they're on and off sometimes. Atalanta, I mean, they obviously have that Champions League to look forward to. I
Yeah.
could see because Lazio are not getting any form of Europe
Yeah, yeah. I
or
think
the league,
uh,
so this is their chance. This is their chance
yeah,
of getting Europe.
I'm saying Inter Lazio final. That's my prediction.
Yeah,
And
I'll go with Lazio Inter. I would say
Inter to win it. So, but yeah, I
maybe.
mean, it'll be interesting to see what happens. But yeah, I mean, man, Juventus, if they don't get Champions League, man, that's gonna be really embarrassing. But to be honest, they don't deserve Champions League. I mean, to be honest with you, they've been like laughing stock the champions the last couple of years, if we're being honest. So, uh,
Mm.
maybe not this season. I guess this season was a bit better, but still, like in general, they haven't been great. So, yeah, I mean, it's gonna be interesting to see what happens. And then, as far as the title race is concerned,
I mean, they play each other this coming weekend.
okay, so Doodle has actually said this, and I want to know if you agree. He thinks that if Milan win that derby, we could still have the title race.
No,
Mm.
I think because I actually think Inter win it.
Ooh.
Actually, well, it doesn't matter who's home and away because it doesn't matter
Oh
who's
yeah, yeah,
home and
obviously.
away.
Oh
It
yeah.
really doesn't matter.
No, no. Like the thing is, even if Milan win that derby, they just have like there's just too many draws within this team. Like, bro,
Yeah,
9 draws is crazy.
yeah, and I think I mean I know Milan have only lost two games all season, which is the first game and that one against Parma. But you
That's
know
draws.
when you look at Milan's fixtures after the Inter game, they're quite difficult.
Lazio
Lots,
is
probably not
hard.
Lazio, but Lazio always could. Lazio, I think, always gives a good game. But you have Napoli,
Napoli.
you have uh, Juventus, so that's obviously a big game. So
Even Hellas Verona could be hard too because they're battling relegation, so they're gonna give a
yeah,
draw. They're gonna be
you
any
never
slap.
know. So I think, and then obviously Atalanta would be tough at their ground. So I think well, my prediction for the derby next on the 8th, next Sunday, I do think Inter wins it. go 13 points clear and go on to win the title. That's what
Now
I
let's
think.
now let's go get interest fixtures just for formality. Um, they got Adelante.
They have some tough games, but at the same time, they've been consistent in winning
Yeah,
in the league now.
because Doodle thinks that if Inter lose that derby, they're gonna go on a bad run of spell. They're gonna go on a bad run of form.
Mm,
Which the thing is, like, I don't know if that's true because because I remember Milan lost the I mean sorry Inter lost the derby. Where was it? When did they lose the derby? They lost right here. They lost to Atletico afterwards, but then they went on a massive winning streak.
yeah, actually unbeaten streak.
Yeah. So the thing is, I just don't. For me, I just feel like for me, Inter, even if they,
Actually, that's actually the last loss. I just
yeah,
realized.
yeah, that's the last time they lost in Serie A.
Yeah. So I still think Inter, and surely by the law of averages, at some point Inter does get one over AC Milan. And I do
Yeah,
think Inter. I think 13 points. I just think it'll be too much for Milan or even Napoli to catch up.
yeah. Even if it's a draw, like 11 points, still. No, sorry, it'll still be 10 points. Never mind.
Yeah, I still think it'll be too much.
And even if they lose, like it's only 7 points, and 7 points is still a lot. So
Yeah,
yeah, Milan, man, they just messed up, man. So many draws. I mean, look at the draws for Milan right here. Um, just look at this right here. Like Como at
Roma,
home, at the Roma,
Roma,
the Fiorentina. Bro,
Fiorentina.
how you tied at Fiorentina? That was bad. Genoa, and then Lazio. Well, I mean, to be there was a cup in this. Well, Swallow at home, Parma away. It's just the draws have been killing this team, man.
Yeah, Palmer actually took 4 points off of Milan.
Yeah, and the Pisa at home. Yeah, I mean, I'm sorry, like the draws are just killing this team.
Yeah, basically Milan's in the same boat as Dortmund when you think about it. They're in the same,
Yeah,
not only for the cups out of Europe. Well, Milan's been out of Europe the whole year, so yeah, I do think Inter wins it now. I know at the start of the season I said Roma to win, but now I'm not going to. I'll say Inter, and
yeah,
also Christian Kivu. I want him to win it.
bro. This is actually interesting. The top goal scorer in Serie A doesn't even have 10 goals. Leo with 9 goals.
Damn, and the third highest goal scorer in Kunku with 5.
Uh,
5. But what is it like? Let's say I'm pretty sure in La Liga it's well for sure the Premier League the third place top goal scorer has like maybe I think 18, 17, 18 goals.
bro, look at the top
Yeah.
assist. It's 4 assists.
And
No.
it's Rabio who's actually done well this
Yeah,
season.
that's crazy, man. Rabbit to Milan? I thought it was the Juventus.
No, he moved.
Oh, he moved. Milan got him a free agent. Wow, I didn't even realize that. Wow, that's a guy. That's was nice. And that, bro, look at this. Let's see the most clean sheets.
Oh, I'm pretty sure it's quite high then, right?
Mike McDonald. Wait,
Wait,
this
wait, no way. It's only 2 guys.
no,
There's no way it's just 2.
no.
Wait, there's no way it's just 2 people. I think no, 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 no. You only look at AC Milan.
Oh,
Thank God, because I'm like, there's no way it's only 2 guys.
yeah, yeah. Look at Milan. I'm stupid. Sorry. I need to look at Serie A. I'm dumb. Thank you for
Okay,
correcting me.
maybe that's why. That's why.
Okay, top scorer is Lautaro Martinez at 14 goals. Okay, that makes a lot more sense.
Yeah, I was like, wait. I'm pretty sure I saw Nico. Yeah, Nico Pav.
Yeah, my bad, my bad. Okay, so Nico. Okay, so this is actually a bit more realistic. Demarco with the most assists. Demarco and the most clean sheets.
It's actually probably my man.
It's Sommer actually with 14 clean sheets. And wow, Butez is second.
And it's actually, the high amount of clean sheets as well.
Yeah,
2 goalkeepers on 12 plus.
yeah. I'm so glad. I'm so glad you corrected me there because I did. Because that was really weird.
I'm like, there's no way Manyan is the only guy that kept clean sheets. If the top goal scorer in Serie A has like 9 goals.
Yeah, top
Oh,
goal
second
scorer though is
highest.
14. 14 is a bit still 14 is still kind of low though, don't you think?
Yeah, with like 11 games to go.
Yeah, let's see how many of which are penalties. Can you see? Let's see if we can check that. I think you can check this here.
Though he is injured
Doesn't
now.
have any penalties. Wow. Okay, you know what? That's great. Let's go to him. But yeah, I mean, let's read some of the guys' comments. Kane to beat the 41 goal record. So, oh yeah, Lewandowski set the goal record there. Let me actually go back to the Bundesliga real quick. So Bundesliga, 19 and 20 season, right? Kane, sorry, Lewandowski had that. And what? How many? No, it was actually the 2021 season, I think. Yeah, 41 goals. Yeah, do you think Kane breaks this record? Kane is currently on 30.
That's he basically needs 12 goals.
And how many games there are? So 10 games to
Some
go.
games. Some games he might not be in it or doesn't score. If he gets a hat trick in like 2 of those games, yeah. So I'm going to say yes.
Yeah, I think it breaks the record. I think he's going to break it. And how many goals? I think he'll score, I'll say 43.
Yeah, something like that.
Wow. Said Lewandowski. Juve versus Roma was a banger game. Juve showing great fight lately, but they just love to waste chances. It's frustrating to watch.
Mm.
I think 4 spots between Juve, Roma, and Como, and Atalanta. Yeah, I would agree. Hello, guys. Thank you for joining. In the B Flash. Kvaratskhelia. So, but yeah, getting back to Serie A, man. 14 goals. And DeMarco. Yeah. So Inter's dominating this statistically, and yeah, it makes sense. They're the best team in this league. So, all right, let's move on over to La Liga.
Woo!
And we are 53 minutes in, so I think we're doing pretty good in terms of time. Let me actually turn the lights on. It's getting dark now.
Daylight savings.
All right, that's going to be next Sunday for me. So,
It's the end of this month. For me at least.
yeah.
Oh well.
All right, so 53 minutes. All right, let's move on over to La Liga. So, relegation battle, man.
The bottom 2, they're gone. They're gone.
Yeah.
I know Levante won, but they're gone. They're both gone.
Okay. So who's getting that last spot though? That's actually interesting.
My pick right now is actually them.
Mallorca.
Yeah.
Ooh.
I think, at least, to be honest, I think there's up to, I actually say, the bottom half of the table. Everyone has a threat. Sevilla down. Because no one is consistent in winning, but there are teams that are consistent in not winning in the bottom 10. So from Sevilla down, I think they're in the trouble, I would say.
Oh yeah, Sevilla got a draw in the derby.
Yeah, 2-2 after 2-0 down.
Yeah.
So I guess a good result for them. I think the one disappointment compared to the start of the season, I think Elche, first 7-8 games of the season, they were unbeaten. And now Elche, they're really in it now, the relegation threat. There's a chance, actually, 3 up, 3 down. It might be that, actually, as well.
Yeah. Oh, no, 10. I'm sorry to bring this up. I forgot completely to discuss. I want to discuss this real quick. Do you remember the Inter Juventus game? I know it's a bit off topic, but I forgot to discuss the Serie A segment. Just remember. Do you think the red card ruined the game?
Yeah.
And that was not a red to you, right?
Yeah, from that, yeah.
Yeah, but it is what it is. But yeah, just wanted to address that real quick. But anyways, get back to La Liga. Yeah, I think for me, Levante and Oviedo is done.
Yeah.
I think I might go with Deportivo Alaves, maybe.
Maybe. I mean, they don't really score many goals, but then you look at Getafe, the second lowest goal scorers in the whole league. But then you have the worst, actually, the sort of the 3 worst defenses. Like Levante has the worst defense. Sevilla have a bad defense. Girona's more or less bad defensively, but they've sometimes pick up wins and all, beat Barcelona and all that. I think if it's not Mallorca, I am now going to think it might actually be three up, three down. I think it might actually be that potentially.
Yeah, I'm gonna say, ooh, this is tough to call. I'm gonna go with Elche. Actually, no, I'm gonna go Alves. I think Alves will go down, but this is a hard one to call.
Yeah, I think it will all depend on the rest of the season. I would say.
Yeah, then European spots. I mean, Atletico's obviously getting third. Fourth now. Fourth
Also,
place is interesting. I think Villarreal gets fourth.
I think top four is already secured.
Yeah, I would
Once
agree.
secured, it's finished. Doesn't
Now,
really matter what the position is of third and fourth. It's the same.
yeah, it doesn't matter. Now it matters about that. Ooh, this is tough. That European spots.
The only thing is, Sociedad Athletic, they might not get it by the league, but one of them's making the final, the Copa del Rey. And I know, 90 minutes at the Spotify camp now is a long time. That's literally what the FC Barcelona X page posted.
Oh yeah, wait.
90.
Let's talk about that Copa del Rey, guys. Let's talk about that Copa del Rey real quickly. So 10 man is Barca doing the remontada. I saw
No,
Barca's social media account said that we did the remontada against Sevilla a few years ago. Why can't we do it now?
come on. I think you have to basically score two goals in 15 minutes, I would say. I mean, 4-0 down.
And the thing, the thing is, I don't even want us to do the comeback. I don't even care. I like just give them this trophy. We'll focus on the La Liga and the Champions League. That's when we need to focus. Like, just give up
No,
this. Just give up.
I
But
think,
unfortunately, Flick will do that. Like if I was Flick, I would put the B team. Like I would, because like we're not gonna do we're not gonna do the comeback. And you know what? I really don't want this to happen. Remember how Juventus were so close to the comeback and then Galatasaray scored 2 goals? I do not want to go through that.
yeah,
Okay.
just like make Atletico go 1-0 up, and then maybe you still win the game, and then you score 5-1.
Now, I just feel like for me, I just don't want to get my hopes up. That's why I feel like Barcelona just either lose or don't put up a fight.
Or
Or
just like if you're knocked out, just you know, don't get injured or anything like that. With the upcoming games, especially that Champions League game. But I would say that tie is done. It's done. I think it's over. And but then the Basque side of it, I think it's still pretty open. I know it's only a goal.
I think Sociedad's got this, man. I don't see Bilbao winning away in Sociedad.
Yeah, I know the record there is not great, but you never know. Um, and if La Real actually do make the final would be Simeone against the guy from New Jersey, Matarazzo. An American's going to make the Copa del Rey final.
Let's go.
So maybe I think I'll go with, yeah, I think La Real actually do make the final. And it'll be Atletico, La Real.
Oh,
Uh,
if that final happens, I'm rooting for La Real.
I don't mind it. I don't mind either team winning it.
Yeah, but
As long as it wasn't, where are they? As long as it wasn't Celta and they can beat Albacete.
nah, but like on a real though, Atletico Madrid are probably the favorites to win this competition.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I do think they'll play a strong team in the second leg, just so that they don't actually lose the tie. So I think that'll be quite interesting.
Yeah, let's see what happens. But yeah, I mean, getting back to the La Liga thing, I mean, Real Betis will finish fifth, right?
I hope so, but we'll see. I think they still have the best quality to get there, and you never know if Spain does get the extra Champions League spot. So there's something to look forward to. Obviously, they could win the Europa League, not that team in six, but you never know. Um,
Bro,
if they
Espanol.
look, if they win it, then fair enough. I think the one disappointment so far is Espanyol. I would say they haven't won a game yet this year.
And Bilbao's also disappointed me too. But they're actually
Yeah,
getting better in form.
yeah. I think at the moment, I think actually the top 10 is competing for that European places. I think even Osasuna are in it now because they've looked really good. I know they lost just recently, but then they play Mallorca. Meanwhile, the two teams above them play Atletico or Barca. So I think overall, it's still pretty open. Um, I think right now it could be anyone in the top 10.
So yeah, I'm saying Real Betis finished fifth, and I guess Sociedad finished sixth, and then I'll go with seventh. We'll go with Bilbao, I guess. But it's open, man. It's open. Okay, 10. Let's run the title race, man. Um, is this title race going to the end? Because
I
obviously
hope so.
Barca had kind of a difficult. We lost to Sociedad and then we lost to Girona. That Girona one was bad. But then you look at the March games. We got Bilbao away. Ooh.
19 minutes at St. James's Park is quite a long time, but I'm not going to speak on that. But um, I mean, you still expect Barca to win the La Liga games before the start of April, I would say. Um,
But yeah, this game could be pivotal on the
yeah.
title race.
I
And
mean,
if we
also by that time, I think maybe Atleti has different sites. Because let's just say Barca and Atleti actually do make the quarters. They meet in the quarters.
wait,
So,
actually, I want to check something real quick. When is the Champions League quarterfinals? Let's see that.
GPT.
Where's that thing? Quarterfinals. So if quarterfinals would be wow, April 7th, April 8th, and when is that Barca Atleti game? Oh
Right.
my jeez.
So, what? It'll be your first, in the first four games of April for Barcelona, three of them are against Atleti.
Oh my god. Oh, that's oh.
So that means you've played them twice in La Liga,
Oh.
twice in the Copa del Rey, and twice in the Champions League,
Oh.
if that's the quarter. But if you don't want to play Atletico, you could lose the tie on the 18th of March
Or
if
imagine we
you
get
don't
that.
want to suffer.
Or I guess the Spurs win.
Uh, I
By the way,
think this.
we're gonna save the European bracket. We're gonna do that. We're gonna discuss after the leagues. But yeah, I mean, bro, we might. Oh my god, that the April month's gonna be so. This is
That's why I do think. And then when you look at Real Madrid, I mean, they play tomorrow against Getafe. Um, and obviously, the El Clasico always happens. Like what the four games left of the season,
okay. So
more or
10.
less.
So 10. Do you think that besides the Barca, besides the Atleti and Real game, you think Barca wins the rest of other games?
Actually, when you look at it, yeah, probably it actually does seem like it. I think a tough one could actually be
Ooh,
Osasuna. I think Osasuna.
Getafe away. Getafe away is also Barca tend to struggle there.
Yeah,
Uh,
I would
and
say
maybe also
Osasuna
as well.
tough as well, and
Now let's
obviously
yeah.
Real Madrid.
Yeah, Real Madrid obviously got Getafe. Celta away by Lidos. Remember, Celta defeated Real Madrid away in the Bernabeu.
Yeah, and
Uh,
then Elche, and
and
then
the Madrid derby
just- and then yeah. So,
and the
but
Mallorca.
then if Atletico lose both or win both against Barca and Real Madrid, doesn't matter.
Yeah, and the Mallorca away, and then yeah. I mean, honestly, I think Real Madrid, besides the Atleti and Barca game, I think they win the other games.
Yeah, especially let's just say because most people are saying Real Madrid don't make it past Man City. People are saying Barca goes a little bit further in the competition. That clears up that schedule for Real Madrid. Whereby they're not in the cup, they're not in the Champions League. Whereas Barcelona, they'll still have to compete for the Champions League if they are to go far and all that. So I think it's still pretty close, and obviously we'll find out what happens tomorrow night, at least here, between the two clubs of Madrid, Getafe and Real Madrid. Uh, so yeah, I do think, thankfully, just like the Premier League and League, well, not really League One, but at least La Liga actually does have a title race. Thankfully, this year.
Yeah. So, so 10 man. It's a hard one to call. Who are you putting your money on, man?
I said at the start of the season, Real Madrid, so I have to stick with the Madristas.
Are you confident in that pick?
No, but also obviously I also said they'll win the Champions League, but obviously most people say Barca makes it further than Real Madrid, so I think there'll be a lot of fatigue. I think for both Barcelona and Real Madrid. I think I would say so. I guess we'll see. We'll see how things go, but I'll still say Real Madrid.
Yeah. And by the way, Yamal scored his first hat trick for Barcelona. Well, sorry, scored first hat trick in his career, should I say,
Yeah.
against Villarreal. So, yeah, I mean, 10, what's actually really interesting? You mentioned that point. If Real Madrid, let's say, get knocked out in the Champions League, that might actually be a blessing for them in the league title because they're going to have less games, whereas Barca are going to have more games.
With fatigue, and you
Yeah.
know, you know how Barcelona is with medical stuff and injuries.
But here's the thing with Barca. Here's the thing. For me, I'm willing to sacrifice La Liga if we win the Champions League. Now, if we don't win the Champions League and don't win the league,
If
then
what if it would be so funny? What if both Real Madrid and Barca get knocked out of the Champions League? I don't really care about the Madrid part, but please, I hope that Barcelona knockout on the 18th. But we'll see. I
no, no,
think
but no,
I think
what? Oh, sorry.
yeah, I think overall, I think the Champions League after the international break, we'll see how things are like. If you're in it or not, and all that sort of stuff.
Yeah. No, but what I'm saying here is that I just think that for me, Real Madrid, 10, that's actually kind of good point if you think about it. Like, if Real Madrid, let's say, get knocked out of City, that might actually be a blessing for them in La Liga because they're going to have less games.
Yeah. Whereas Barcelona will most likely, let's just say, make it. I hope not, but let's just say they do. That's more games, and then fatigue, maybe more injuries, considering Barcelona's medical injury management record overall this season. So, and I saw Lewandowski's out for the next game or two.
Yeah.
So, there's, I think, a lot to decide. At
Yeah.
least we have a title race. That's the
Yeah,
good thing.
this title race is so topsy turvy. So, yeah. But I mean, I'm looking at this. Looking at this. Oh, I actually forgot to check this. I want to check this real quick. Sorry, I should have checked this earlier. I want to see who's the most informed team in the Bundesliga. We didn't check this actually. I want to see who's the most informed.
I'm pretty
Bayern.
sure it's Bayern.
Yeah, then Serie A is probably Inter, right?
Oh yeah, they've won every game.
Yeah, it's Inter.
Last
Okay, so
five.
now La Liga. Who's the most informed? Let's see.
I think it's actually right now
Betis.
uh, or Athletic, but when you think about it, it is actually funny enough Barca and Madrid.
Yeah, Barca, Madrid. You could, I guess, I could also say Betis and Bilbao since they didn't lose, but yeah, they got
Yeah,
two draws. So yeah, I mean, look at the stats here. You got Mbappe with 23 goals. Yeah, Mbappe's gonna win the Dang, Yamal's 13 goals.
oh, he got three of those today or yesterday,
Yamal with most assists,
the day before.
and then minutes played. And then who has the most clean sheets? It's probably Courtois.
Garcia.
Oh, it's close. It's
Yeah,
close. So, but yeah, I mean, so as for me, man, I don't know, man, which to predict. I'm gonna back my team, but honestly, Real Madrid might be in a stronger position just because, as Ten mentioned, the fatigue, the games fixtures. Because if Real Madrid gets knocked out an earlier position than Barcelona, that might actually favor them in the La Liga because we're gonna have less games. So
yeah.
now, if we get both knocked out the same position,
I
then
hope so.
or go the same distance. I still feel like Barcelona. I still feel like this is Barcelona's title to lose, though, just because I feel like Barcelona have been the better team. I
Mm,
just feel like we've kind of dropped a little points here and there, which makes it a lot closer than it should have been. But I do feel like we should be winning this La Liga title.
yeah, we'll
But we'll see.
see.
We'll see, of course. Let's read some of you guys' comments. As a Bayern hater, if Kane wins the UCL, I'll have to buy the Bayern Munich kid. Wait, so you're a Dortmund fan?
I guess so.
Levante don't deserve this. Yeah, I love Levante, man. Levante's such a fun team, but unfortunately, they're just too garbage, unfortunately. So,
Oh yeah, I know they won against Osasuna, if I'm not mistaken.
all I care about is Swassola popping off. Other stuff isn't as important by Tawa T. Well, Tabas get finally get his flowers. Fair enough. Mallorca can get gone. Nah, what's wrong with Mallorca? What's wrong with Mallorca?
I prefer Ibiza,
What about
but
them?
this is the closest it could be 3 up, 3 down.
So I saw slow as Liverpool, the 7-man squad. I'm not sure about that. They beat Atalanta of all teams. True. They can for sure beat Liverpool. I don't care what we say. Okay. Yes, also agree. Manchester can beat Liverpool. Wait, Manchester is that Sassuolo?
I think so.
Wow, I didn't even know
I
that.
think Baradi as well.
I have no choice but to trust Arbelola. Arbelola, I mean Low. Okay, so 10. Let me ask you this question. Let's say Arbelola does manage to win Real Madrid's La Liga title. Does that look bad on Hansi Flick or no?
I think it depends what happens in the Champions League then.
Okay, so let's say Barca win the Champions League, we win lose the La Liga title. Then I'll be like, oh, I don't care.
Yeah. Yeah.
Now, if we
Uh,
lose the Champions League, though, yeah, then, then it's
yeah,
bad.
then it does look bad.
So, yeah. Anyways, we'll discuss that. We'll save that for the Champions League segment. I like Dortmund, but I'm actually a PSG fan. Okay. Oh, yeah, that makes sense. You have a cover color profile pick. All right, let's talk about the best league in the world.
Premier League.
So, Premier League, man. Relegation, man. Relegation. So, our beloved Spurs, man.
I know we're also kind of a bit down as well, us in 13th, but still.
Okay, so 10. Wolves are done, right?
Oh yeah, even though they were actually they were alright against Villa, but too little, too late.
Okay, so Wolves is done. Burnley is done too.
Yeah,
All right.
they actually had they were 3-0 down, made it 3-3, and then lost 4-3 last minute.
Oh my jeez.
That
Okay.
game could have ended 4-4 or 5-4, or even 6-7 if every
Okay.
goal went in.
And now we got the 18th spot.
You know who I'm going to say? If
I tend to say, man, just say Tottenham Hotspur will be playing the championship.
Tottenham 18th.
Okay, guys, I still stand by that Tottenham will not get relegated. I still stand by they won't.
But if they do,
They won't. They won't. And you know what? Let's actually look at the fixtures for Tottenham.
it doesn't. They're the only team in the Premier League without a Premier League win this whole year.
Okay, they beat Palace, right?
Nope.
I think you don't like Palace.
And then when they play Liverpool, Liverpool win. And then when they play Forest, Forest will win. Okay, yeah, they'll win that game. Yeah, easy. Lose. Oh, they actually have one of the worst records against Wolves.
Oh my jeez.
They're like a bogey team. So Wolves win, Aston Villa win, Leagues win. Chelsea win, and Everton win. Let's go. You know, they're actually in deep trouble. I think they're like when you think about okay, maybe Palace they win, but when you think about it, with the other teams, they haven't won a game since New Year. Exactly. They're the only Premier League team. Even Wolves and Burnley have won in 2026 in the Premier League. Tottenham's only wins were the two Champions League games against Dortmund, who are out, and Frankfurt, who had nothing to play for at that time. So okay, maybe they can beat Palace, but I don't think they beat Liverpool. To be honest, I think they have to beat Forest. I know I want Spurs to win against Sunderland, but
I don't think they
I
beat
will.
Sunderland, bro.
That's the thing. Brighton, maybe 50-50, but if the form is still bad, Brighton can win. Wolves, always a bogey team. Aston Villa, fighting for top 4
They
or
should beat
5.
Leeds.
Maybe Leeds at that time, fighting their lives for relegation. Chelsea, they don't have a good record against. And Everton,
They should
maybe
beat.
at that time, maybe. Imagine we come to the final day of the season and Spurs have to beat Everton.
Okay, so how many points is the magic number to survive? Isn't it 40?
It would seem like it, but it would be so funny if Spurs get relegated on 40 points.
Okay,
Last season they didn't even hit 40 points.
okay, okay, for me, Leeds, Everton. Basically, they got to win the home games.
The only thing is, look at the home form of Spurs.
Where's that table?
Table, home, and where's Spurs?
18th,
And look how many home wins.
2.
Even Burnley and Wolves have the same amount of home wins as Tottenham.
Oh, Tottenham are down bad.
I know we're kind of a bit bad, but at least we have 7 wins. But like Tottenham,
Okay, well, what's their away form?
it's
Huh?
it's so okay. It's not that sad, but it's not like amazing. But
Bro, how is your away form so much better than your home form?
I don't know.
That makes no sense.
That's
No.
why they could actually go down.
10, they're not going down. We all, like, let's be real. We all want it, but it's not going to happen. It's just too good to
But
be true.
you never know. Leicester City went down. Not last season. The first time.
Yeah, I know. But like, I still feel like Tottenham. I mean, they're a big club, right?
Newcastle and Aston Villa are big clubs. We both went down. So you never know.
Okay, so Ted, are you really? I don't think they'll go down.
Charlie's a bit like he's resigned to it.
Who do they play today? They lost at home. They lost
Yeah.
away to.
Yeah. Fulham did the double over Spurs. They beat them away and at home.
Okay, basically, I think Tottenham basically have to win the home games. Crystal Palace.
But again, they don't win the home games as well.
Okay, they have to. It's not too late. You could still salvage the season. Okay.
Oh yeah, obviously. Or they get relegated and win
Okay,
the Champions League.
Okay. All jokes aside, 10. Do you really think they go down? Just being objective here.
Unfortunately, no. But obviously I want them to go down just for the fun of it.
Bro, I thought you were friends with Charlie. You don't? Do you really want to see your friend get relegated?
I mean, I've been relegated before, so let him have his time.
Nah, Ted, you're sick, man. You're sick.
And I don't even mind Spurs because we actually, Spurs haven't beaten Newcastle since in like 3 years now. And we
Okay.
have a good record.
Okay, but
But-
10, at 10, the thing is, like, Tottenham will survive, not because of the good, but because other teams are more worse. I think Forest and West Ham are still worse.
Or at least one of them.
So
I will say
I'm still going with.
I'll go with Forest.
Ooh, I'm going with West Ham.
But of course, I want it to be Spurs.
So which team? So basically, would you say like basically Palace upward is safe?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Now
Thank
European spots, man. All right, so let's look at this. So for me, top two is pretty much locked in. Third to sixth is pretty much where it's up in the air. Um, Man United is actually third. Is crazy.
Oh, I'm not that surprised actually.
That is kind of crazy though. Like if you were to told me beginning of the season Man United would be third right now, I would be laughing at you.
I said Man United fifth at the start of this
I don't know
season.
about 10, but here's the thing: like, if, let's say if someone told you ahead of time that Man United would be third in the month of March at the beginning of the season, you'd be like, "What? Are you crazy?"
Yeah, probably, but I think around there I expected them this
Yeah. So
season.
for me, I'm gonna say this again and again. I think Villa will not get Champions League.
Yeah, actually, it might look like it, but I think I think Liverpool gets it because it's top five. I do
Yeah.
think so. I think it's between Chelsea and Villa, and they play each other next in
So you
the
think
Premier
Brentford?
League.
You think Brentford has no chance, right?
I just think goal difference, and I just think well they've lost 11 games as well,
Yeah,
you know,
Brentford.
and then obviously I'll talk about 13th place. Yeah, I don't know.
For me, this is how I think. I think third will be. You know what, 10? I might actually agree with you. I might put. I think I'm going to put United third. Actually,
Yeah, like third, fourth. I think they'll get top five
yeah, I can do
basically.
this. I can't believe I'm saying this. It's kind of crazy to say. I'll say United third. Fourth, I'll say Liverpool, and fifth is between Villa and Chelsea. I'm going to edge with Villa though. Sorry, no Chelsea. I'm going to edge with Chelsea. The sixth.
I think if Villa beats Chelsea, I think the top five is the top five
Ooh,
next weekend or wherever.
yeah. I
Or
think Villa.
yeah,
Well, I think Villa's going to have to win the Europa
no,
League.
maybe.
I don't think they're going to get top five here in the Premier League.
We'll
And you know how
find
I
out.
know this, bro? You lost to Wolves,
True,
Leeds, at the Bournemouth, then Aston Villa. I'm sorry, Brentford.
true.
Yeah, I mean this is bad. And Unai Emery is not a good league manager. He isn't.
Yeah, I think
So
if they miss out on Champions League football, I think that might. I wouldn't say catastrophic, but that would be Leicester City levels when they went back to back, missing out.
yeah, I think they're gonna have a Leicester season. When Leicester City were in the top four for the majority of the season, they bottled in the final few days. I could see something
Yeah.
like Villa.
So we'll find out. Yeah.
Yeah, and then as for the title race, man. For me, I think it's gonna be. I'm still sticking with Arsenal. Am I confident? Not really, but I just feel like for me, Arsenal. I feel like 10. I have this feeling that the Carabao Cup final will decide this league. I think that Carabao Cup final, when the two teams play against each other, right here, March 22nd, I think that could decide the league. Obviously, it won't decide from like a points perspective, but I can think it could decide from a momentum perspective. And I think whichever team wins that will have the strong momentum to finish the rest of the season on a high. And I think the losing team will just capitulate.
I will still say at the moment, I'm going with. I think the funniest one would be Arsenal losing this one. I think that's what the internet needs.
The thing is, like, let's be real. I think of the two teams, Arsenal need this trophy more than City.
True, but what we all the neutrals need is Arsenal tears.
Okay, so 10. Are you saying City wins this?
Please,
Okay,
yes,
okay, okay. Being objective, do they
yeah,
win?
yeah. They have the experience of winning finals as well. I know they lost to Palace and Man United in the past two cup finals, but Arteta is Arteta until he actually does it.
Okay, let's look at the
I
Arsenal.
know he did with the first FA
Okay,
Cup. So,
bro, that's how the Wolves was bad. For me, February, like they had a good. For me, okay, fair enough. You tied it. Okay, Forest was bad. They should have tied this one. That one was bad. Okay, Brentford away wasn't too bad. I don't think it's that bad of a result.
yeah,
But this one was bad. That one was really bad.
that
Um,
was serious.
okay, they beat. Do they beat Brighton?
I think so, slightly.
Okay,
Man's
I think
it doesn't matter. Everton,
they beat
yeah, and then that's they only have two Premier League games, but yeah.
Bournemouth. They beat
I don't know. I don't know.
you. Bournemouth. Actually,
Yeah,
Bournemouth always goes competitive against Arsenal, right?
yeah. They won at the Emirates last year.
Okay. Or okay. Ooh, Man City, Arsenal away. That's gonna be a big one. And then Newcastle. Okay, Arsenal win that one. Fulham. Yeah, basically, I think it's this game. That game could be very pivotal.
I think the funny one would be actually West Ham.
Ooh, West Ham. Oh yeah, West. Wait. Oh, May 9th. Ooh, and West Ham is battling relegation too. Do you think this could be a slip up for Arsenal?
Yeah,
Okay, so besides the West Ham and City games, the rest of the games they should win, right?
yeah. It seems like yeah.
All right, let me pull up City's fixtures. City's fixtures. Okay, City got four, so they're gonna beat Newcastle. Okay, wait, sorry, that's that. West Ham away, they beat Palace. They beat. Um, and then obviously they have Chelsea away. Oh, Chelsea away could be difficult.
Yeah, maybe.
Then
Well,
Arsenal.
also considering Chelsea might bend over.
Ooh, Burnley, Everton. Yeah, basically City have a decent run of fixtures.
I think both have a decent run. I think it just depends on who gets wins.
But yeah, do you agree with me, Ten, that the Carabao Cup final will decide this league? Or might
Mm, nah, I think it'll give a little bit of a boost. I would say,
oh, but
but
I just remember something. The Premier League is going to start after the international break, so there's going to be a break.
yeah.
So
So and also, obviously, it depends if they both make it past the FA Cup. I don't think Man City does, but I would say I guess it. I think it just all depends how things are like by the next by the time they play each other in
do
the
you,
Premier League.
do you think the Champions League games could also have impact on the title race or no?
And considering everyone's saying Man City and Arsenal both go for, I don't think so.
Hmm. All right. So I'm still sticking with Arsenal. You're going with City, and it's between these two. Don't give me this Villa crap, and definitely not United. So it is between these two.
Yeah,
All right. Now statistically, Holland's the top scorer, 22 goals. Bruno Fernandes with the most assists. Wow, that's kind of surprising. And then who has the most clean sheets actually is going to
I'm
be Raya
surprised.
with 13.
Oh, what a surprise!
Yeah. And bro, Raya today, man. Oh, actually, I want to ask you this question, 10. I've heard a lot of people say that this brand of football Arsenal's playing is very ugly, is very bad, is anti-football. Do you think that the complaints are fair, or do you think people are just being salty?
I I guess whatever gets you results, and right now it does get them results. But when it doesn't work, like they get draws like Wolves and Brentford, that's when people are questioning why aren't you attacking and all that. So I think yeah, most times it'll work, but when it doesn't, like that Wolves game, the Brentford game, the Liverpool game, the Forest game, people will complain, "Oh, why didn't you attack?" or whatever. So I think it all depends, but also I don't really want. If Arsenal win it, I'm not going to get upset, but it would be funny if they go 4 years in a row second place. That's what I kind of want, just so that it would be funny.
Okay, you know, the I also agree with you. Like the thing is, like for Arsenal, I think Arsenal fans are in a position where we just want to win the league. It doesn't matter how we win the league; we just want to win the league.
Yeah,
Obviously, if we can play brilliant football, it can work. But we've seen them; they play great at attacking football in the last couple of seasons, and they failed. So
yeah,
try a different approach, and now it's put them in a better position. But at the same time, though, as you said, 10, they've had slip ups. So for Arsenal, as I said, they just want to win this league. And for me, I think for Arteta, as long as it's working, don't change it, right? But I will say this though: today they almost draw points to a 10-man Chelsea because I remember I watched that game and bro, Chelsea came very close to equalizing right there and then. Raya had to
yeah.
make some brilliant saves in the end to keep it alive. So I think for Arsenal, they should go a bit more attacking. Do what they did against Spurs. Show the opposition no respect and just obliterate. That way, you don't have to worry about holding on to a lead or stuff like that.
Yeah,
That's what I would suggest.
yeah. I think we'll find out how things go.
But yeah, and yeah, that's gonna be that. So let's read some of your guys' comments. Um, I like Dortmund, but I'm actually a PSG fan. I don't like Pablo Mafio, um, which means I don't like Mallorca. That's a crime, man. Is Tottenham worse than last season?
Yeah.
Tottenham slander will not be tolerated, low. What do you mean slander, bro? We have to slander these guys. This is embarrassing.
They
We're a
haven't
top.
won. Even Burnley and Wolves have won games in the leagues.
Not even
Yeah.
West Ham. It's between them, in my opinion. Big of the Red Devils. Sasko cooking now. Yeah, Sasko's been great coming off the bench and scoring the goals. Been a late impact sub. Aston Villa could get Champions League if they win the Europa League. No. We were saying like we don't think Aston Villa will do it through the league. They're gonna have to do it through the Europa League. Whether they do or not, we'll have to see. Chelsea will just miss out top five. I know. The season got me thinking that Arsenal are more hated than City, which is crazy low. I think people are hating on Arsenal because of the brand of football they're playing. I think if Arsenal wasn't playing this negative football brand, I think people wouldn't really be hating as much.
And the fans.
Oh yeah, that too. But I do think the brand of football is playing an impact. Do you agree, Ten?
It's all in our hands. AFTV.
Bro, like today, the two goals they scored were literally from corners.
Exactly. I think they have scored the most from corners in Premier League history or something, joint or something like that,
Yeah,
with like 10 games to 12 games to go.
and it's also really interesting, guys. Chelsea and I think Spurs haven't beaten Arsenal since 2021.
Even we've beaten them like 3 times, 4 times. No, actually 5 times. I think
Yeah.
since then. Well,
So yeah, Newcastle's bigger than Spurs and Chelsea. You heard it here first.
exactly.
I was Canadian. Don't worry. Arsenal ain't even playing that bad. And the quarter thing gets overblown. See, the thing is, for me, I don't really mind, but it's okay to just do every once in a while. But that can't be your only goal. Like, don't only score from corners. Try to score other variety type of goals. Okay.
Yeah.
Don't be like Stoke City, man.
They are Stoke.
All right. I think it's a good segue. Champions League. So the champions. So now that we have the bracket out for the round for the tournament, let's discuss, man.
We'll save the best tie on the top right for last.
That's actually this. Actually, no, this one. That one's the best tie.
After the 1 year.
Okay, so let's be very quick here. Let's talk about the left side of the bracket first. Wow, that's a heavyweight side. We have all the heavy hitters on that side, and even the ones that haven't won the Champions League, like Galatasaray or Atalanta, they won Europa Leagues in the past.
Yeah.
So basically, every side here has a European heritage.
Yeah.
So, I mean, so Ted, what's your as you're the prediction master? You are. Wait, what was the final you said?
Originally, Real Madrid, Chelsea. Obviously, that can't happen anymore because they're on the same side. So, yeah, obviously that won't happen anymore for sure.
Wait, what was the one you said? Sorry, I was doing something else.
Real Madrid, Chelsea.
Oh yeah, that can't happen
But
anymore.
that was with Alonso and Maresca, and they could both get knocked out now.
Well, I mean, we could technically get as a semifinal, though. To be fair.
Yeah, yeah, we could.
So 10 man. I mean, is Bayern walking that side of the bracket, or that's
No. I think
disrespectful?
I think I think it'll be tough for anyone. Whoever makes the final from this path
It's gonna be gauntlet.
wins it.
Now that yeah, I think I would agree. I think I agree
Whoever makes it to the final from here.
because I'm looking at these teams like
Like you can make an argument for all 8 of them. Well, maybe not all 8, but you can make an argument as to why they can make a final or even make a semi in the case of like a Atalanta or Galatasaray. So I think it's going to be tough. It is going to be really tough now for whoever makes that final. I think deserves it.
So ten.
Unlike unlike a certain club in North London on the bottom right.
All right, we'll get to that side. So which side? Have you decided which team makes the final from this side, or you haven't decided yet?
Still have to stick with the heritage. I
Right.
know it's not going to. It looks very unlikely right now. I'll stick with Real Madrid to make the final from here. I know because then they'll play Man City, Bayern, and whichever team's on the top of that bracket. So I'll still stick with Real Madrid because they were my original pick. So we'll see. I'm not. Am I confident now? Not really, but I'll stick with it. And then
Uh,
who can make the other semi?
the
Liverpool
mm, Real Madrid, Liverpool.
in the semis.
Ooh. Because for me, I've seen a lot of people say it's gonna be a Bayern Arsenal final, and I'm already telling you this right now, it will not be that. I'm already confident
No
saying it
good.
will not be that because I think it's too straightforward. It won't happen. I think one of them will make it, but not both. I don't think both is making it. Um,
Yeah.
so then for the other side of the bracket, I mean, this side looks so weird.
Oh, we like look at Arsenal's path to at least the semis. Leverkusen and then Bodo Glimt or Sporting. If
Uh,
Arsenal do not somehow make at least the semifinal from that little quadrant,
Arteta,
cooked,
man.
cooked. No. But I will say they make at least the semis. Now on the top right of the bracket, okay, would you say Newcastle has a better chance of making it further than Spurs?
Yeah, probably. I think for me, whichever team makes it from here is in a better position than this team to make the semis.
Yeah, I think I think eventually it will be a Spanish team that makes the semis on that bracket. I'm not sure if it's Barca or Atleti. I prefer it to be Atleti, but you never know. Uh, Obviously, I of course I want it to be Newcastle to make the semis. If we make the semis, but we'll see. I won't think that far ahead right now. But I think right now my final then is Real Madrid Arsenal
Ooh.
and Real Madrid to win for now. I might it might change, but I think the one thing I'll say kind of guarantee. You know, Arsenal won all 8 games in the league phase. Let's say they win all, like they win both the round 16 games, win both of the quarterfinal games, win both of the semifinal game, and then make the final and lose the one game they do not win. It's the final. That's the most Mikel Arteta thing.
And Tim, remember, I think we were talking about this. We were talking about this a few weeks ago. You said that what if Arsenal lose the Premier League on the final match day and lose the UCL final?
It could happen. It could actually happen.
All right, so 10. I mean, bro. I mean, bro. This final will be crazy. A Man City Arsenal final. We have 4 Manchester City Arsenal games. Carabao Cup final, Premier League, and then maybe the FA Cup, and then maybe this Champions League. Oh my jeez, that's gonna yuck.
Imagine if Man City wins all of them over Arsenal.
Oh my god.
Cook, cook, cook.
Okay, so 10. What about a Chelsea Arsenal final?
Arsenal. I know it would be funny if Chelsea makes it and beats Arsenal, but I think Arsenal does win it. But I think the funniest is if Man City beats Arsenal in the final. And Arsenal, if Arsenal actually go trophyless from this point on, cooked. They are cooked.
Okay, so 10. Look at this bracket, man. This is crazy. Like, the thing is, Barcelona is a very easy. Like, let's be real, Barca has an easy path. But I just know Barcelona very well. We had an easy path last season, so still, and we still couldn't make the final.
Yeah. I will say, of course, I'll be delusional and say we'll make it past Barcelona. I know we lost to Everton yesterday or whatever, but Newcastle in the Champions League somehow always turns up. Just saying.
So I mean, I'm looking at this bracket, man. Bayern Arsenal final,
Yeah, probably.
ooh, or bro, Liverpool Arsenal final, Chelsea Arsenal. Ooh, yeah.
Yeah.
Liverpool. Oh, I don't want a Premier League final. Oh, bro, you know what I just was? We could get Liverpool Spurs actually. Oh my jeez.
There's not, well, okay, the Spurs part, no. Um, there's actually a case whereby we could have all four semifinalists be English.
Oh no, I would hate that. I would hate that.
Like,
Oh
let's
my god.
say Liverpool, Man City, Newcastle, Arsenal.
Oh
That's
no,
the
that would be garbage.
semifinal.
That would be horrendous.
And Newcastle makes the final from that position.
10. I mean 10. That would be 10. That would be so bad.
Imagine the amount of Prem Tods that would celebrate if all four semifinalists are English.
Oh my god.
So, what are the odds of that actually happening? All
Very,
four
very,
semifinalists are English.
very low. I'm giving like 1% chance.
Actually, I think it's actually because people can expect Liverpool or Chelsea. I know PSG is a tough one, but people might say, "Oh, Liverpool, yeah, maybe."
I mean, this side is probable. It's just this quadrant is where it gets tricky.
Oh, but then maybe crazy things happen. That's why you could have, let's say, Liverpool, Man City, Arsenal, and of course, I'm going to say Newcastle. Because why not? It, I think it's not very likely, but I think if you're a betting man, and I'm not saying like I don't bet, and I'm not Kai White, but I would I would maybe actually put money on all four semifinalists to be English.
Oh man, if that happens, man, I might have to. I might have to end it. I might have to end it all. If that happens.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, but yeah, I mean, looking at this, I mean, we need to wrap up soon. But so you're saying Real Madrid Arsenal is your
Yeah,
final,
for now, yeah. I
right?
think
Okay.
the other one I was thinking is Liverpool Arsenal, but we'll see. We'll see.
Mm, we'll see what, of course. But yeah, I mean, we'll obviously talk about the Champions League more in the Champions League streams upcoming. But I just wanted to look at the draw since the draw just happened on Friday. And
We
yeah,
will.
man, we avoided PSG. Let's go. Finally.
Oh,
No,
thank God! I said I didn't want Chelsea. I was so out. I was happy we got Barca
by the
because
way,
if we
oh, sorry.
knock you out,
Uh, yeah. And by the way, guys, I did a members video predicting the entire bracket. So if you guys want to check that out, become a member to see. All right, let's go to the Europa League, guys. We're gonna look at Europa League. Actually, let's go look at some comments. Let's go look at the Champions League comments. Actually, we got here. They don't only score from corners, so also let me stop people thinking I'm an Arsenal fan. No, I mean like today, well, yeah, but in general, like today they only score from corner. But yeah, I mean, obviously people are being over dramatic. But yeah, I mean, people just don't like Arsenal the way Arsenal plays football. That's why people are hating. Manchester City eliminate Real Madrid. I hope they make it to the semifinals. Hope they make it out that path. No, heck no to Arsenal versus City. Now I didn't say that's going to happen, but I'm just saying that would be a boring final. I do not want a Premier League final. The only all Prem final I'll take is maybe Arsenal Chelsea. Maybe that I'll
no,
actually no. Would I take that?
no, because actually I do think Arsenal wins it.
I'm trying to think. Will there be any Prem? Okay, if we get an all Premier League final, do you think there will be anyone good or all of them will be bad?
I actually do think Man City Arsenal, just because of how the season's been, I think Man City Arsenal would be good. Obviously, Liverpool Newcastle, I would love to see.
Okay,
Yeah.
10 objective.
Actually, Liverpool Newcastle is actually a good final when you think about it.
Yeah.
Obviously, the whole Isak stuff,
Oh, actually,
but also the history. We beat them in the cup final as well. You never know. You know.
Okay. Dang, I just realized Tottenham Arsenal on the opposite same side of the bracket. Oh my jeez, we might get a. Uh,
And
actually, no.
well, okay, if that's the semifinal, Spurs Arsenal, Arsenal wins it comfortably.
Okay, okay. So then, we're getting El Clasico final.
I think there's a chance that both can make the semis, but
It's a yes or no. Not happening.
it's not happened since 2011, so I'll say no.
And that wasn't a final, by the way. That was a semifinal. So Real Madrid, Man City, yeah, it won't happen. Streets don't want that. And Man City or Real Madrid beat Bayern. One of them will get to the final. Tottenham won't allow that 10. You're telling me Tottenham will beat both Atleti and Barca, just cancel La Liga. And yeah, guys, that will look really embarrassing.
Yeah, that would look bad. If Newcastle beats Barca and Atleti to make the semi,
I mean,
it'll
that
be
was
okay.
bad. I mean, it will still be bad, but it won't be as bad as Tottenham.
Oh yeah, because at least Newcastle, we're better than Spurs. We're not the worst. We're not the worst team.
It'll be boring. That's why I said, and this is actually kind of a big Pookie in a kind of a predicament here because obviously Pookie is a Real Madrid fan, but at the same time, I don't want this will be embarrassing though for the Premier League. I'm sorry, not Premier League, La Liga. Because we have 2 La Liga EPL matches, actually 3 actually. So
yeah, if imagine all the English wins it. We could actually because they don't play each other, we could have 6 of the 8 quarterfinalists be English. Chelsea, Liverpool, Man City, and then obviously Newcastle, Spurs, obviously you have Bordeaux Sport, and Arsenal.
And
you could have
chance.
6.
And there's also all the La Liga teams might get eliminated in the round of 16.
Yeah, I hope at least I hope Barcelona is. I don't mind about the other 2.
Yeah. All right, guys. Let's move to the Europa League, guys. It'll be boring. That's why I said it. All right. Europa League. Now, Europa League isn't as interesting bracket-wise compared to this, but it's still worth looking. So, I mean, I'm looking at this side of the bracket. It's kind of crazy. All the teams here in the top 5 leagues except for one team. And you guess what that is?
The top side.
Yeah, it's obviously Midtjylland. So Midtjylland is the only team that's not in the top 5 leagues there. So, I mean, what's your thoughts on this bracket?
I think Betis are a big winner here.
Yeah.
In all of the bracket, I think I would say Betis has the best chance of making the final, actually, now that I think about it. And hopefully, Anthony, the GOAT, maybe wins it.
Yeah, you know what? This kind of reminds me of the Champions League bracket in some ways. Like this is like the Arsenal, the Arsenal and Barca side, and then here it's like all the heavyweights.
Yeah. So I would probably say I hope Leon beats Celta. I would like to see Betis Freiburg as that side's semifinal. But I think I'll say I would put. I think who has the best chance, Betis or Leon, to make the final. Right now, I would say Betis.
All right. I'll be right back. My dad's calling me real quick.
And then on the other side, I think, to be honest, I don't think Forest will make it to the semis. I think that right-hand side is the most difficult side. And for any Aston Villa fans that are saying, oh, after losing to Newcastle in the FA Cup, Aston Villa still have the Europa League. Well, they have to go through Lille. They have to go through whichever Italian team makes it, and then could possibly play against Forest or Porto or whatever. I'll be honest. If Aston Villa do make the final, okay, they win it. But I don't think they even make the final. That's the thing. And actually, at the start of the season, I said Bologna-Roma final. I had an all-Italian final. Doesn't seem that's not going to happen, obviously. But I actually do think the Italian team on that side makes the semi. I think Aston Villa gets knocked out. And I will say I will say it will be Betis and I know. Well, I said Roma at the start of the season, so I'll start. I'll say Roma, but I also have my eyes on Porto. I don't think Aston Villa wins it. I
Ooh.
don't,
Do you
or
think
even
whichever
make the final.
do you think whichever side gets from this path makes wins this?
No, because I can actually see Betis winning it
Hmm.
against any. I think I can see Betis beating any of those teams on the other side in a final. In what's the final in Istanbul? No, yeah, in Istanbul. So I would say Betis Roma final.
Betis Roma final. Okay, that's interesting to say. But yeah, I mean, we'll see. I mean, this Europa League, this path looks very interesting here. But yeah, you're probably right. Betis are the heavy favorites there.
Yeah, and then probably Lyon second favorite. I
Yeah.
just I don't. If I'll say this: if Aston Villa don't win the Europa League, after all the fans are saying, "Oh, we're not Emery Europa League, whatever," then there has to be some uncomfortable conversations. Or Aston Villa becoming like the Spurs 2010s, no trophy, but good team, but no trophy. You
Yeah,
know?
and for me, like if you have to get Champions League next season, doesn't matter
Yeah.
whether it's the league or the Europa League, you got to do it somehow.
Yeah, if you're Aston Villa, I just think Aston Villa don't make the final,
What if they lose that final?
then it looks bad on them as well.
Yeah.
Because I mean, I haven't seen Aston Villa win a trophy. Well, no one really much in 30 years, so I think they have to win it.
Yeah.
This is the trophy that they were saying that they should win. So let's see.
Um, to be honest, UEL knockouts look pretty interesting to me. Yeah, that's pretty interesting. I was really interested in the league phase. Broad Stark, everyone low. Joao Porto winning the Europa League.
Yeah, I can see it too.
Well, let's save a pick, but honestly, I'm thinking Stuttgart right now.
To be honest, I don't really think Aston Villa are the safe pick given their draw. I think if Villa were on the other side, like instead of Leon, it was Villa. I could back Villa.
I think Villa have the best squad though.
I would say I think to be honest, I just don't think Villa makes the final.
Hmm.
Either round 16, quarter, or semi. I just don't think they make it that to Istanbul.
I think they have the best squad, but does that mean they'll win it? Not necessarily, but they have the
Mm.
best. I think that's what I think. All right, Conference League. We'll do this one really quick. Um. Oh, actually, Puka makes an interesting point. They were kind of, but I think Villa and Lyon both have the second legs all the way to the final.
Yeah,
Ooh, so Villa Lyon.
if they make it, yeah,
I think Villa Lyon's not going to happen though. It's like
yeah,
Champions League. It's too straightforward. I think one of them will make it, but not both.
yeah. That's what I think.
Kind of disappointed. Not okay. All right, Conference League time. 1 hour 54. Yeah, this will be the last thing we'll do, and then we'll head out after this. Man, 2 hours. Jeez. Yeah, but I just realized if we had done the rankings, we might have been here 3 hours. So,
Thank God.
or maybe 2 hours 30. Whatever. Anyways, ooh,
To be honest, there's no exciting ties at all.
I
I
think
think
it's interesting.
maybe. I think the tough side is the bottom left.
Oh yeah, this side. One if Fiorentina Palace is not going to win it.
Yeah, I said Palace at the start of the season to win it all. I don't think they'll win it all, but I have to back them because I said they win it. So I think Palace plays. I'll say. I'll say Lech Poznan in the semis, and then on the other side, To be honest, I know Rayo have done alright, but I don't know. I don't trust them. I could say I'll go with, you know what? I'll go with the Slovenian team, Sele, to make the semis with Strasbourg. And the final, I'll say is I'll go well because I back Palace, so I'll say Palace Strasbourg
Mhm. All
and
right.
Palace to win. But we'll
Ooh,
see.
Strasbourg. I think Strasbourg have a really decent draw for them.
Yeah. I think the only it had the draw happen if only Palace and Mainz played each other. I think that would have been a good one, but it's not. So, oh well. And actually, when you think about the top left, has no teams from Europe's top five leagues.
Yeah, that's true. That's the only one. Actually, which teams finished top two in the league phase? Strasbourg or Rocco? Wow. Strasbourg. Yeah, Strasbourg is in a really strong position. Rocco. Ooh.
I mean, second leg is at home.
So, are we going to get a Strasbourg Rocco final?
Maybe. I think the only set because I said a Polish team to make the final though. So it's either like Poznan or Volkov to make the final. But
Well,
obviously Palace is in that side as well. So
man, we could get an all Polish semifinal. That'd be crazy.
yeah, then that's a win for me because I had I know I had Jagiona, Stock to make the final and obviously the out. They could have actually played Volkov had they beaten Fiorentina, but oh well. So we'll see. I do think a Polish team does do well and make a semi, either Volkov or like Poznan.
Yeah, we'll see what happens. But yeah, I mean, we're like I said, we're pretty much we're guaranteed. We're I would love to see. For me, this would be my preference. From the Euro Conference League, I would love to see a non-top five league make the final, and then or a French or a Spanish team. That'd be my preference.
Yeah, I obviously I want personally obviously I want Rayo Vallecano to win it all, but I just don't see it because I think if they put the eggs in the basket, I think they might suffer in La Liga.
Mm, it's interesting there. I'm kind of supposed to grab their 80. All right. Strasbourg probably won the conference, but I think Rayo or Crystal Palace can also win it. Are we ruling out Fiorentina, guys?
I am. Yeah,
So,
they can make a semi or a final.
but they
I'll
won't.
say they have to win it. They have to win it. I
Yeah,
just don't think they will.
we'll see what happens. But yeah, anyways, we're pretty much done with that, guys. So obviously, guys, we're gonna have a break next week, but then the week after, we're gonna have a round of 16 ties, the Champions League, Europa League, and Conference League. So we're gonna have streams for that, of course. And yeah, like I said, guys, there's so much to unpack. And yeah, I think we talked a lot in today's stream. So remember, guys, like and subscribe as well. Check out Tenant Giants channel in the description below. And yeah, let's read some final comments. Who has been more underwhelming, Palace or Rayo? Oh, we could actually get that as a final.
I hope Rayo wins it if that's the final. But I would say Rayo. No, actually, it depends. In Europe, it's Palace. In the league, like just Premier League or La Liga, it's Rayo.
Yeah, that's fair. Imagine we get Palace Rayo final. We'll see what happens. But yeah,
And hopefully Rayo
anyways,
wins.
yeah. Anyways, I think we're gonna wrap it up here, guys. Hope you guys did enjoy. Remember, guys, like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.
Newcastle will beat Barcelona in both games.